The more you do for a man, the less he wants to do for you. The more you consider a man's feelings, the less he considers yours. This is sad, but it's true. I know a lot of y'all weren't taught this because it don't even make sense, but it's just the truth. The less you pay attention to a man, the more attention he pays to you if he really likes you and if he wants to chase you and be a man and get your attention. Young ladies, I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to help you forever. Think with your head, not with your heart, when it comes to men. Always. Because they're not thinking with their heart when it comes to you. They're never thinking with their heart when it comes to you. They're thinking about how they look, how you make them look, what they can get from you. They're not thinking with their hearts because they're more logical anyway. So when you're dealing with men, always think with your mind. That's the only way you're going to get what you need to get. When you think with your heart, they expect that. And that's what they use to manipulate you. Okay? They expect you to be emotional. They expect you to choose the decision a heart would make. They count on it. They bet on it. They thrive on it. Don't do it. Flip the script and say, you know what? I'm just going to do this. And if you want me, you know what the standards are. Okay? That's it. You can't reach the standards, get out the way. Business. That's when men start getting in their feelings because you know what? They feel like, oh, well, she's cold. She doesn't have a heart. You know what? What they're really saying, she can't be manipulated. She's not falling for my game. That's all they're saying. Because if they had true intentions from the start, they wouldn't need to do all that. They would just do what was expected and they would reach some standards with zero problems. So, figure it out, ladies. Men are always thinking about what they can get from you, especially broke men. All their entertainment is rolling around on a mattress. A Dusty's main entertainment is rolling around on a mattress. You get a rich man, they're going to want to go do rich activities. Okay? That's how you know your man is broke. If he's always thinking about the physical part of the relationship, if he always wants to roll around on a mattress and thinking about rolling around on a mattress, that means he's literally the only form of entertainment he has.
He's just a man. Men cheat. Men like variety. Men want to sleep with her and her and her and her and him. Okay? It's not you. The nature of man is to want to sleep with other women. That's it. Some women do too, right? You can't stop human nature. You just can't. If you could stop human nature, you wouldn't even like that man. You know why? Because it would be like having a robot. Oh, you wouldn't even like him if he didn't even have the option to cheat. You wouldn't even want him. You understand? Think about it for a second. You would not want a man who did not have the option to cheat.
Some men are actually the prize. When you have a trophy husband, he is the prize. Yes, when you have a trophy husband, when he's the pretty one, when he gets his nails manicured, when you give him some of your paycheck, he is the prize. Yes. Some men can be a prize. They're called trophy husbands. Okay, they sit at home while you work. They look good. They have a gym membership where they work out, make sure they keep them abs right for you. They may or may not be all the way straight. And they may or may not have anyone on the side, but they are the prize. They consider themselves the prize, and so do their women. Okay? So, this is the only way that a man can be a prize is if you make them one. If you make them your trophy piece, your trophy husband, your I'm successful woman, so I can have a handsome man and have it all and work and have the career, and my man is this and my man is that. My man looks better than your man. Yes, he can be the prize. But then that simply means that you are not the prize, ladies. We're going to be discussing if a woman were to be at her absolute best, would be the man's worst nightmare. But yet they're always seeking perfection. And this is my, I guess this is my biggest issue that I find among people today in relationships, because people are out there looking for perfection, but when they find it, it's not what they thought it was. Or it's not perfect at all, or it only seems perfect, or you can't live up to their version or their standards because now you are less than perfect to them. So it's almost like when you're looking for something, I'm looking for the perfect woman, or I'm looking for the perfect man, or I'm looking for the perfect something. Then all of a sudden, they become your worst nightmare. So that's why I don't look for perfection. That's why I never try to be perfect, because I already know that is just something that does not exist. And there's so many people out there looking for it, thinking they're going to find it. And it's kind of like a silly quest that does not end in the way that they thought it was going to end. So if you are looking for perfection, just go look in the mirror. There you go. Whatever you want to do to that image or that person in the mirror to make them be more confident, more self-assured, then that's as close to perfect as you are going to get. However perfect you choose to get to yourself. Because sometimes people's definition of perfect is not your definition of perfect. So if you are trying to be perfect for someone else, then you are no longer perfect to yourself, or perfectly flawed to yourself. So don't try to meet anyone's expectations of perfection, because they're not going to be the same as yours, ever. Ever, ever, ever. And if you try, you're just going to be unhappy, and it's going to be a worst nightmare. I would never try to be someone's ideal perfect woman, because then what's next? Oh, the looks, okay, check. The attitude, check. The everything else, check. Where do you stop? Where do you stop? Because I stopped a long time ago trying to be perfect for others. I'm only going to be perfect to myself. So like I always tell people, we don't change or level up our selves for other people. We do that for ourselves so that we can attract better versions of people. We don't wait and see what the person wants or thinks is perfect and then go become it. We look at ourselves and we use what we value, what we think, what we want, and perfect that for ourselves. And then if somebody likes the upgraded version of us that we were in charge of creating, then great. But you can never allow someone else to recreate you. Because if you do, you may end up feeling as if I did all this work for nothing. Oh my gosh. And so don't ever do that. But keep the jewelry, baby. All relationships don't work, but I'll remember, keep the jewelry. Keep the rings, keep the jewelry, do what you got to do, people. And, when you do that, and that's in exchange for time wasted, You said keep the jewelry, keep the gifts, keep the jewelry always. Why? Because you earn that stuff. Shoot. Might as well. Anyway. I always used to say that, like, girl, don't give back that ring. Don't give back that gift. Don't give it back. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it and wear all of your jewelry together of all the men who ever gave you jewelry. And wear them together. Just pile it on top of each other and be like, hey, like Elizabeth Taylor. Is being stubborn a masculine energy? Only if someone's trying to push you to do something that you don't want to do. It's just standing up for your rights as a human being with a right to choose what you want to do. Being stubborn is your absolute right if you don't want to do something. So I don't see why being stubborn is a problem if it's for a good cause, or for whatever cause that you are trying to achieve. I don't care. Like, be stubborn all you want. Maybe it's because it's not meant to be what that. It's not meant to be what it is. And I never use the word stubborn when it comes to men because, like, a lot of men I see use the word stubborn towards women. But women don't use stubborn towards a man because it's like men are allowed to be set in their ways, but women are not. Oh, you're just being stubborn. No, I'm just being me and sticking to what I said I was going to stick to. Period. Okay. But when a man is stubborn, oh, he's strong-willed. Oh, he's set in his ways. Oh, he's just strong-minded. Okay, well, be strong-minded. I'm gonna be over here and be stubborn. Call it what you want, but it's the same thing, right? So, being the perfect version of yourself could be someone else's worst nightmare. And that's why sometimes a lot of people want to manipulate you and keep you at a certain level or a way of thinking only because they know if you get to your version of what you feel is your best, it's not going to work out for them. So that's why you can't ever work towards someone else's version of perfect. Work to your own version of perfect. If they don't like what you think is perfect, then they're not for you. And if they were for you, they would like exactly or be fine with exactly what you have as your version of perfection. If a man likes you times 10, he don't care if you like him. As long as you stay. Do y'all understand this? That man don't even want to know if you like him or not. He's just happy to be around. So that's how I know that man don't like you 10 times more. If he likes you 10 times more, he don't want to know the truth. He's like, lie to me, baby, lie. He don't want to know. He wants you to lie to him, ma'am. So continue to lie. Stop chasing a grown man. Stop playing games. He's supposed to care 10 times more for you. And he wouldn't care if you cared about him or not if he liked you 10 times more. Y'all getting the math wrong. Y'all getting the equation wrong. Let me tell y'all a secret. If a man really, really likes you, he would never rush you into anything. Because if he sees you as long-term, he's not going to let you go no matter what anyway. There is no need to rush if he really likes you. He's going to stick around. There's no rush to do anything if a man knows you the one. So, if he rushing you, it's something else, baby. Look into it. Men like toxic. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If y'all haven't realized by now, men like toxic women. They get bored of the nice women and they go look for the toxic women. Okay. So just understand that no matter what you heard, no matter what they're saying, they like toxic women, believe me. And no matter if a man says, I don't like kids or animals, once you bring them animals and them kids in the house, they're going to love them. Okay. Don't listen to them. Stick to your plans. Okay. Stop asking too many questions. Stop being nice. Stop being too considerate. Do what you want. Use reverse psychology and create the world and the lifestyle that you want. Yes, the guy is going to be there, but he's going to think it was his idea. So it's all good. You'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay. And guys like it when you do that. They don't say it, but they do. They really do. So stop asking too many questions. Do you like kids? Do you like animals? No, it doesn't matter if they like them or not. Do you like them? Then he gonna like them if he like you. There you go. That's it. Do I like football? Do I like sports? Heck no. I still don't like them, but I tolerate them. I put up with them, on the TV and stuff like that. I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, I don't care. You don't sleep with a man unprotected unless he has money or a ring on your finger and married, okay? That's the right order, okay? Don't do it just because you think you're gonna trap him. You can't trap someone that doesn't want you. Okay, babies don't trap anymore. They trap you, not the man. Okay, you're more trapped because now you can't move on to something better. Or if you do, it's gonna take you longer. And you're going to have to make lots of sacrifices. I know all people will say, oh, all children are a blessing. That is true. All children are a blessing, but also, they are a sacrifice, okay? They are a blessing, but they're also a sacrifice. And a lot of women and a lot of men are not willing to make the proper sacrifices when they bring children into the world. So then, you know, the kids turn out crazy, neglected, you know, mistreated because they weren't really wanted in the first place. They're the reason why daddy left. They're the reason why you're living in the lifestyle that you're living in. So a lot of times the mother will put their resentment on that child, or men in general. If you don't have any kids right now, go get on birth control. Go do something. Don't get caught up. I don't care what they say. Okay? If they don't have a ring on your finger, or they're not a millionaire or rich, and like if you get child support, it's gonna be thousands of dollars. Don't do it. Okay? It's not worth it. If you're already there and it's too late, go get on birth control again, because you don't need to be slipping up with nobody else in the future, okay? Unless you're married, okay? Don't do it. It's not worth it. When you marry an attractive man, you feel stupid afterwards. And let me tell you why. Because now you're in a relationship with a man that other people want. And you're still competing for him. No matter if you got the ring or not, you still got to compete for him every day, every day. You got to put up with whatever he do, whatever he say, because he cute. You got to compete with other people every day. It's like you're not even married. So why even bother marrying an attractive man? A lot of women get stressed out when they marry someone attractive. They can't even relax. They're jealous. They're always trying to wonder what he's doing. Like, where are you? Why you didn't answer the phone? Why don't you text me back? Why? Because he's attractive. That's why. He ain't got to. Okay? You gonna stay. You ain't going nowhere. And if he does, you know, something decent in the bedroom and he cute, you ain't going nowhere. Just like a good old pick me show. Okay? So that's why you got to get somebody ugly who you ain't afraid to cuss out, who you would tell how it is, period, and who is afraid of losing you.
For those of you who let men destroy your self-esteem, ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Does a broke Dusty's opinion even matter or count in this world? The answer is no. So why do you take it so valuable when nobody else on the planet does? You the only one he feel powerful around because he is broke. And you sitting over here mad and low self-esteem because you let his powerlessness power over you, because that's the only person dumb enough to fall for his game. And he has no one else to feel powerful with except for you. And he's broke. But that don't mix.
The best way to get what you want is to level yourself up first. And if the man really likes you, he's going to also level up to please you. Okay? If he doesn't care about you and he cares more about, you know, his mediocrity and staying where he is, then he's not going to level up. He's just going to say, well, I can't help you. You're too much for me. There's nothing I can do for you anymore. That means, in code, I don't love you enough to improve myself, to give you more, because I don't think you deserve more, because I don't feel like I can give it to you. So I don't love you as much as you love yourself, basically. And I'm not going to do it because I don't have to. I got other chicks that will take less than you and be happy. That's all that means. They don't love you enough to want to improve themselves. And if you're not asking for anything crazy, and they still say no, like, can you just, you know, take me out more, hold my hand more, pay a few of my bills, do A, B, C, and D? I mean, could you just do that? If they say no, then that's what they think of you. You're not worth it. They think you're not even worth that. Broke men cheat. They say 86% of men cheat. So all men cheat, except for that small percentage. You know, 86% of men cheat. So
rich or poor, you're gonna get cheated on eventually by somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I would rather get cheated on by someone with money than someone broke. Okay? Because A, you can go shopping. B, they can make it up to you with gifts. C, you could, if you do divorce, you could get half their money. So it only makes sense to date the rich guys, even if they cheat, because poor guys are going to cheat on you too, and you're just going to leave with nothing.
A lot of women need to realize why some men actually cheat. Like, a lot of women don't categorize things. They don't really sit and think it through. Why would an ugly man cheat on you? Why would someone cheat on Beyonce? Why would someone cheat on Halle Berry? Why would someone cheat on someone that the world wishes they could have? You know, why would they do that? Because prior to being with that type of woman, they were the prize and they missed being the prize. But see, you get an ugly man who was never the prize because he's not famous, then he'll never miss it. So he's less likely to cheat than someone who's used to being the prize. He may still cheat, but it would only be a money thing or a money issue. And then they would probably be gone, but he'll still be trying to get you and maybe buy you a whole new car, a new wardrobe, take you wherever. But the point is, if they're never used to being the prize, they're not going to seek out to be the prize. You understand? If they're used to being the prize at some point, they're going to start to miss it and seek it out again. This is why a lot of men cheat. Or if you emasculate them and make them feel less than a man, they're going to go find someone who thinks they're masculine, even if they're ugly or whatnot, just to feel masculine for, a little while. So you got to understand why men cheat. Some cheat just because they can, but the ones that you're going to be targeting probably are going to cheat for different reasons. You said, do you think most of us are just overthinking this? Yes. Men are very simple creatures. Y'all think that they're smarter than they are. That's number one. That's where y'all go wrong. Number one. You're trying to do the most when they just want one thing. Their focus is very limited. Y'all are thinking they want the same thing as you. They don't. They give you those things so they can get the one thing that you got. So y'all be thinking in reverse most of the time. Most men will entertain ratchet women for a short time. And they will bypass a classy woman for a ratchet woman. Don't let this fool you. Okay, when men mess with ratchet women, they're playing. They're wasting time. Okay, most of the time. Man may temporarily be with the ratchet woman, but he will not feel that she is the one that he wants to be with long term. He may accidentally get her pregnant and have kids with her, but that doesn't mean he's going to make her his wife. There'll always be baby mamas, and then there always will be wife. So you have to understand that aspect. Okay, wait and allow a quality man who is ready for a quality woman and a classy woman to approach you. Don't be jealous of a man giving attention to a ratchet because he's not ready to settle down and treat her the way that she deserves to be treated. This is what they call the MGTOW people, the pump and dump. That is for, that's like, paper towels and you are a linen napkin. Okay. You can't get over him because you feel like he owes you something because you built with him and he never fulfilled promises. So it's not him you can't get over. It's the promises that he made. You understand? The things that fooled you. It's the things that came out of his mouth that fooled you into thinking that he was going to give you something. Now you're sitting there feeling like you can't get over him when it's what he did and what he promised that you have not received yet. So you're leaving with less than you probably thought you were going to have, or you're leaving feeling like you're missing something. What you're missing is all those things that he lied about, that he never delivered. So it's not him you miss, it's just the false promises that you never got
So think of it like that. It ain't him. It's what you never got. It's you feel ripped off, basically. You feel ripped off. And being ripped off, you will be confused with missing that person, but you're really just upset because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Okay? So that's how you can get over him. Just stop associating him with your feeling of he owes you something. He don't owe you anything. A promise can be broken. You know what I'm saying? You should have never been building with him in the first place. He's a man. He's a grown man. He wasn't handicapped, was he? Then you shouldn't have been building with him. You should have been out there with the hard hat on and a hammer singing Bob the Builder with him. You shouldn't have been doing that. You should have been getting your nails done, sitting at home, raising kids, shopping, watching me, whatever. You shouldn't have been out there raising him, look, so he could leave you. And I tell this to every woman who argues with me about being a Bob the Builder chick. Y'all think that it's going to pay off, but it never does. Not really. And if you say Michelle Obama one more time, I'm going to tell you Princeton. I'm going to tell you presidency. I'm going to tell you book deal. I'm going to tell you she already peeped him and that he was going to have money. Okay? You graduate from Harvard or Princeton or wherever he went to, you're going to have some money, period, point blank. Okay. Ladies, even though the men are acting the opposite way of what you think they're supposed to be acting like when they want something from you, when they are looking for wifey, they don't want you to, everything that they're doing, they don't want their wife to do. Everything they're trying to convince you to do, they don't want their wife to do. Just keep that in your mind, okay? The wife or the person that they intend to marry. It's not a test. It's not a test. It is, all men will test you, but it's not a specific test. That's what I'm saying. All men will test you. You're not special if you get tested. They're going to test everybody, except the community, people. They already know what that is. All right.
Stay detached if you want them to chase. But some of y'all just don't get it. It won't click in your head because you're so used to being a nice girl. You're so used to catering to people and being people pleasers that sometimes y'all won't get this. So I'm going to explain it to you in detail as to why staying detached and staying a little bit mean is what allows men to want to chase you. Okay, so listen up, nice girls that finished last. Listen up, because we're going to talk about it. The reason why men chase you if you are unbothered, detached, and pay them no mind is because you are a challenge and they seem to see you as a prize to earn, to get, to chase. If you give in too soon, if you're too nice, it's boring. It's over. The thrill of the chase is gone. They've already conquered you and won you. Now on to the next, you see. But if there's a way for them to keep chasing you because you will not let up, you will not allow them to think that they won anything, they'll keep chasing. They may take a little break. They may disappear for a week, but they'll be right back with whatever you need and whatever you ask for. Why? It's because they haven't conquered you yet. And men are very competitive. Men like to win. Men like to get what they want. And they truly admire women who don't just give themselves away on the first date or very easily because they know the next guy is going to get it that easily as well. And they know it takes a lot to get to you. So therefore, if they say, I'm going to make her my woman, it's going to be very hard for another man to take you away from that man because of how determined you are to make them work for you. You know what I'm saying? So men value that in their women. They don't like nice, easy, boring, predictable women because anyone can have them and anyone can please them, you see? So when they're thinking about someone for long-term relationships, they're going to choose someone who is a challenge, who is hard to get, who is not easily swayed, you know? Because if you're nice to everybody, if you're easy, if you're not a challenge, if you're predictable, who's to say that the next man that approaches you isn't going to be able to get what they want quick, fast, and hurry and then get back out of there, you know? So the harder it is for you to be won over, to be impressed, the better it is when a man really wants you and they'll chase you because they know that they're not valuable to you. You're valuable to them. That makes you even more valuable when they're not even valuable to you, okay? Because they want to then prove their value to you. by continuing to chase you because you see value in yourself. Therefore, they're going to see value in you. And if you see no value in them, they're going to prove their value to you by chasing you and trying to impress you. That's why if you stay detached, if you stay, focused on yourself and self-obsessed, the type of man that's masculine and has something to prove and will chase you, those are the kind of guys you actually want, not the kind that just wanted something quick and easy. That's not what you wanted anyway. So it's really going to weed out all of the dusties or the people that are there waste your time. Okay. It literally weeds out time wasters and men who aren't serious about, wanting you. It's very cool. And when I say when a man chases you, it doesn't mean you're not it doesn't mean you're the only woman on their roster. It just means you're the one that they can't get yet. The one that's a challenge, the one that they keep thinking about because they haven't made any type of way with. They haven't gotten any closer. So they're going to keep trying because they're challenged. You see, if all the other women that they're dating are boring, blah, predictable, and too nice, great, wonderful. Why can't they have you? They're going to try to figure it out. And men that are rich and have a brain and love challenges and love to win will definitely chase you. So, yes, there's plenty of options, just like you should also have plenty of options. Remember that. Just like you have plenty of options, they also may have plenty of options. And great and wonderful. But when those options get boring, when those options are too nice, when those options are people-pleasing bores that are very predictable, they're going to come right back to you and you can charge your re-entry fee. And they're going to like that even more and they will pay it. Why? Because they can't get to you.
Keep focusing on yourself. The men are going to come. You work on yourself and everything will fall in place. You ever heard that saying, if you build it, they will come? It's the same thing. Do you think McDonald's or Taco Bell worries about who I'm going to have business? No, they just start building it and guess what? The people come. Build it and they will come. If you don't build anything and you worried about if people are going to come or not, how do you know that they're going to ever come? Because you didn't build nothing. Okay? You're a blank, empty building. Put some paint on it. Put some decoration on it. Build it. Put some money into it. People be lined up around the corner trying to spend their money. There you go. Okay? That's all it does. Ask any woman that has put all their energy into themselves as far as leveling up, changing and becoming the best version of themselves as far as how they look, walk, talk, and act. They're going to naturally attract the men who can afford them. So don't even worry about it. The men are going to come. They're going to give you what you want. As long as you're putting all your energy into yourself, they're going to come. If you want a man, act like you need one. If you want a sugar daddy, act like you need one. If you want a man, act like you need one. Men don't like to be where they're not appreciated or needed. If you don't need them, they don't see why they need to be there. So, the reason men like to feel needed is because when you don't need them, then you want to start to control them. You want to start to manipulate and try to direct them what they're doing because you don't really need them. So now you're going to try to critique and change them. So when a man feels needed, he feels important, like he's valuable, like you respect him and that you put him in a masculine role and position in your perspective. So men like to feel needed. Okay, men like to feel needed. You ask your husband questions you already know the answer to. Yep. That's a good thing too. Like if there's nothing physically for them to do, yeah, ask them questions that, will make them feel like they're helping you out or, giving you some information that you probably don't know. Just make them feel needed and wanted because, in this society, women can pretty much do everything, mostly everything. So, when you feel needed as a man, it's like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. So even if you don't need them, act like you do. And sometimes you do need them and you don't even really know because, most of the time you need them and you don't know because you're putting too many miles on your body. You're putting too much work in, you're doing too much and you're stressing yourself out double when you don't have to do that. Honestly, if someone can help you with something, if someone can do something for you and, make life easier for you, why wouldn't you allow that is my question. And a lot of women fear that, if I let this person think that I need them, they're going to take advantage of me. That's only if you allow them to take advantage of you. You can always say, no, thanks, I got it. Or, thank you so much for trying. Maybe there's something else you can do instead. You can always use your own judgment when it comes to how people treat you and, whether people can control you or not. And I think a lot of women fear being controlled. And my thing is, if you need a man, that doesn't mean that you're vulnerable or can be easily controlled. It means that you're allowing yourself to let him be in the masculine role and allow you to be in the feminine role. Now, you already know at any time you can do whatever you need to do to get what you need to get done. But in the meantime, take a rest, take a break, sit down, let that man do what he's supposed to be doing. Don't keep, overloading yourself out of fear. Don't overload yourself out of fear. You know, and I think that's a lot of women's problems. They've given too much in the past, and now they don't want to risk, being treated bad again. So they want to do everything themselves. I'm overloaded myself with fear at one time. Well, let some of it go. Even if you have male friends, that are not, in a relationship with you, they still will help you if you ask. Hmm. Thank you. So that's kind of the message for today. And needing somebody doesn't mean that you have, that you lack something. It just means that you're allowing them to do something for you instead of you having to find a way to do it yourself. That's it. And I use the bottle, like, can you open this bottle for me, as an example, because it just makes them feel strong, masculine, like you wouldn't be able to move forward without their help. I always ask James to open jars for me, even though I know I can open a jar. But I was like, can you help me, James? It just makes him feel strong. And like, it's funny because Layla and Sasha know that I can open those jars. They just don't say anything because they know what I'm doing. Because when he's not home and they're trying to open a jar, they'll bring it to me and I'll just go bop, bop, click. So they'll just look at me strange, but they don't say anything because they already know. They're learning. They're watching and learning. And those are good teaching moments for children too, like especially girls, because like Layla will know that I can open that jar and she'll say, but then she'll pause and watch what I'm going to do. And I'll give her a look like, and she'll stop. And then, I'll tell her, if you are trying to open a jar, you can open that jar. Well, she can't open a jar, but she will really need help. So she needs to learn how to get this help, So it's just, teaching moments. Allow your daughters and sons to see that sometimes women need help and that a man should step up and help them, put out situations so that they can follow. For example, like if you drop something, your hands are full or something, and the door is closed. If you have sons, they need to pick whatever you dropped up and open the door for you, and it should be automatic. Shouldn't have to, scream and yell. That should be an automatic thing. And that's what I would really teach so that they can see that and get used to doing that. What about the idea of letting go, etc.? Letting go of what? Like, to me, it's easy to let go. I don't have any problems with attachment. I just, you're in, you're out. On to the next phase. I'm excited about the next chapter of life. Better things coming.
Why do y'all keep giving these men the benefit of the doubt? If men are too afraid to approach you, it's because they don't want to. Okay? Why would you want a scared man? That don't make no sense. What else he's scared of? Paying the bills? Defending you when danger is near? What else he's scared of? If he can't approach you, then why do you want him? Y'all keep thinking that men secretly want y'all when they don't even want to approach y'all. Just because they look at you don't mean they have what it takes to come get you. Y'all have to think about this. Just because they look at you don't mean they got what it takes to keep you or come get you. And a lot of y'all keep thinking, oh, well, what if he's too shy? Then why do you want him? I wouldn't want nobody that's not bold enough to come and approach me and impress me. I don't want that. I don't know why y'all want it. That's called self-esteem, man. That's how you know you got it. When if they can't come over there, then you don't want them. The heck. I bet y'all are one of them women, if a man is sitting at a bar and he tells you this, come here, you get up and walk over there like a good old pygmisha. I bet y'all one of them women. Don't do that. If you're sitting at a bar and a man tells you to come over here, if you get up, don't claim my name. Don't even say my name ever. All right? Because y'all are pygmishas.
I know some of y'all be doing it. Y'all need to stop. Oh, I remember when somebody tried to do that to me like a couple of times. I just looked at them crazy. I'm like, do I look like an animal? Do I look like I come when you say come? I'm not no dog, ma'am, sir, whoever. I'm not a dog. You call somebody and they come over to you, that's a dog. That ain't me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just because you look like you got something, just because you look halfway decent, don't mean I'm finna get up and become a golden retriever. I am a black cat. You seek me out and I'm still ignore you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't be a pygmisha. Stay seated and look the other way and laugh. If he wants you, he'll come get you. Men like chemistry. They don't care about what you're talking about. They're not even listening to you. If you make them feel good about themselves and turn them on, that's all they really want. And as long as you can follow their stories and what they're talking about and say something halfway, intelligent, so they think that at least you understand what they're talking about, great. If you outdo them, correct them, or elaborate on it even further than they could, it's an insult because you just basically outdid them and you outshined them and they can't impress you. So you just do certain things to make them think that you're having a great time. This person is really impressing you and entertaining you. Men love to entertain women. If they feel like they're entertaining to you, they're going to want to keep you around because you find them interesting, funny, and entertaining, and you make them feel like a star. So that's how you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's basically easy. You don't have to have subjects to talk about. You just have to talk about them. That's all they want. And understand what they're talking about. That's it. Whatever comes out of a man's mouth, reverse it. Okay? Whatever comes out of a man's mouth, reverse it. There is your truth. Okay? So, for example, if he says, oh, you can have any man in this room you want. Why me? It means he wants you to stroke his ego. He wants you to tell him about himself. He wants you to talk about him because you are just so fabulous. And he doesn't want to say anything about you except that one thing. But he wants you to go on and on about him. He wants you to know who he is and what he is offering and why he's special to you. He's making you prove yourself to him. He's insecure as well as narcissistic. Or just narcissistic and making you feel insecure. So that's what that is. You got to be like, oh, I don't know. You're right. And walk off. And then turn around and say, just kidding. You look like you buy me a drink. That's why I came over here. Honestly. You look pretty lonely. Flip it. You look lonely, And I knew you'd buy me a drink because I look good. That's why I stood here. Then laugh like, just kidding. Then he don't know if you're joking or not. Now he's going to have to prove himself to you. Oh, like a woman with a sense of humor. I know, right? I came over here because you look like a nice guy. That's all you got to say. Nice guy. Nice guy is very general. Oh, you look like a nice guy.